welcome to your reading for February the 3rd through February the 9th. What wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo through these cards for February the 3rd through February the 9th? These are general readings. Guys, I can hardly talk. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you would like a personal, more tailored reading, please click on this link here, which will take you to my website. You can check out all the kind of readings I offer. Okay, this is for Virgo. Virgo, what wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, and helpful information can you give Virgo for February the 3rd through the 9th? Oh, 3 cards for Virgo, please. Oh, there's 1, 2. Oh, there's crossover here. 3. Oh, lovely. Definitely crossover, so check out some in right. Sometimes it takes me a minute to get them all up, but check back. They are in, I do have a link to the playlist at the end of each video, so you can check on this month's playlist and you'll find all the videos in there if I haven't got them all the links up yet. These are clarifying cards for Virgo. Wonderful gifts, guidance, blessings, helpful information can you give Virgo through these clarifying cards for February the 3rd through the 9th? Please clarify. There's 1. Please clarify this. Oh, there's 2. And please clarify the... There it is. Lovely. Okay, let's take a look at your cards, Virgo. Okay, the first card out for you is the 8 of Wands, clarified by the 2 of Cups. Then you have the 7 of Pentacles, clarified by the 7 of Swords. 7 and 7. Then you have the 3 of Cups, clarified by the Knight of Wands. Virgo. Okay, the first card out for you, Virgo, is the 8 of Wands. This is like fast energy coming in. This is like, you know, loads of opportunities. They are just falling at your feet. So look out for them, because sometimes we're blind to opportunities until we remind ourselves that they are all around us all the time. So I always say, look, these opportunities, they're fertile opportunities that are coming in. They can be ideas, they can be, it's just a fast energy, influx of energy, right? Depending on what's going on astrologically in your chart, I always say that. So I always think about being a ninja when these opportunities come in. When the 8 of Wands, it's like you've got to be ha 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 ha, hi-ya! Grab those opportunities while they are coming at you, flying at you, grasshopper. So this is really kind of busy energy, but really good busy, right? And you've got the 2 of Cups. It's also passionate energy. It's fire, right? So this is the 2 of Cups, and this is like, normally I would say in a situation like this that you have to see yourself in everyone else and treat everyone. And of course, that's definitely the case as well. You do, you know, sometimes in this busyness, you can be a bit stressed, and you must remember to be compassionate and kind to others and treat everyone the way you want to be treated, because, you know, in a stressful situation, you may snap at someone. But I really do think that some of you are, you know, getting a lot of, it's very passionate. It's a passionate time. This full, look, stay tuned for the astrology report after, and you'll see what's going on astrologically. This full moon is really passionate, and because it's trining Mars, and Mars is the planet of action. It's the planet of, it's expressing your sexuality. It's very, passionate energy, right? And this is like the Lover's card. So you could meet someone that's, sparks a flame in you, that lights a flame, that kind of feels, there's a lot of chemistry there. So that's a possibility for some of you Virgos. You might kind of, connect with someone on a physical, chemistry kind of level. And for some of you, it can be that you're really busy with all these opportunities and you've got to remember to treat everyone the way you want to be treated. But for some of you, I'm getting that, somebody might come into your life. There might be a little dalliance going on there, Virgo. A little fancy on the side. I'm not saying that you're cheating. Anyway, I digress. Let me move on. The next card is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is like, he's really busy. He's, he's out in the fields and he takes a moment to look at the fruits of his labor. And this is a time to look at the fruits of your labor. Are the fruits coming up equal, if not more, to the effort and the labor that you put into growing this? Have you been working far harder than what you're reaping? Are you sowing more than what you're reaping? Or are you really getting a good harvest? This is a time to reflect on that. To see, it's also a time to look at how far you've come, how much you've grown. And this is like, it's almost like going back into the books and seeing what you can tweak. What can you improve? What can you change? What needs to change a little, perhaps? Or, are you just like really happy with what you're getting back from all the effort that you've put in? Are you? It is a time to really go back over the books and look at it. And what's really interesting is you also have another seven, the Seven of Swords. I always think sevens are introspective, right? And the Seven of Swords is something nefarious going on. And this can be you in denial, Virgo. This can be you not really looking at the situation the way you need to look at it. And this is happening. This kind of energy is kind of pervasive. This is a time that we really need to look at our shadow sides. How are you shooting yourself in the foot? What are you doing? How are you lying to yourself? Are you over-consuming? Are you kind of stealing from yourself, right? This is, how are you shooting yourself in the foot? Or, is there someone in your work environment that hasn't got your best interest at heart? That can be so too. Is there someone that's smiling in your face and, running away with the goods? Yeah, look at your balance sheets. See if somebody's been kind of taking something on the side nefariously and not telling you the truth. It can be that somebody's not quite telling you the truth, right? So it is a time to kind of really look. Now, this can be financial. You can look at your finances, what's going on with it. Have you been overspending in some area or another? If it's, at work, is somebody not telling you the truth? Is somebody stealing? If you've got a business, is somebody taking stuff that they shouldn't take? Is somebody overdoing stuff? Is somebody not telling you the truth? This is a time to really look at the details and see what's going on around you. Take the blindfold off. Don't come out of denial and see the truth for what it is. Because if this is a person and they are stealing from you, or they're talking about you, or they don't have your best interest at heart, when the Seven of Swords comes into a reading, they are going to get caught. It's going to be revealed to you. And it's interesting because we've got this full moon, right? So you will see what's going on here. And even if it's you, something about you is going to be revealed that you can change, that you can improve, and how to grow, your personal growth. This is about a change. either in you or around you. And I'm kind of getting in you because 2 sevens, introspective, right? How can you stop lying to yourself? How can you see the truth? What can you do to change your situation? What area of life are you falling short on? You know, something to really think about and to explore, Virgo. And the next card out is the 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups is like celebrate, da, 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 da. This is about celebration. This is about celebrating the magic in every moment. It's about going out. It's about having fun. It's not all about work. You've got to, you know, it's not all about, you know, getting things done and doing things. This is about remembering to enjoy yourself. You better enjoy yourself. And you've got the Knight of Wands clarifying it. It's about going out. It's about being out there, being gregarious. It's about being social. It's about, you know, this is fast energy, but don't be impulsive. So I don't know why I'm thinking, you know, don't book a trip somewhere that you might regret later. It's don't, you know, go out and have fun, but don't go over the top. This is a fast energy and he's a little impulsive. So don't, you know, don't speed. You know, if you're driving, you know, get a designated driver if you're drinking. I mean, I don't normally get that for this, but that's what I'm getting for some of you. So be very careful about speeding, paying attention when you're driving or when you're, you know, if you're traveling short distance. That's what I'm getting for you, Virgo. So be aware of that. You know, be in the moment, celebrate, focus, and be responsible when you do go out and celebrate. Celebrate responsibly. All right, Virgo, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like and share and comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and stay tuned for the astrology report coming up next. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello, I'm really glad you stayed to listen to the astrology report and to see what's happening in the celestial sky this week and what a celestial sky we have. Now, on Monday, February the 3rd, Mercury moves into Pisces. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication, intellect, logic, details, right? Facts. And Pisces is quite the opposite to that. Pisces is like creative and dreamy and romantic and poetic. So Mercury in Pisces is thought to be in detriment, and that means at its weakest power. But what Mercury in Pisces does is it gives insight. So the conversations are more pleasant and it gives insight into somebody's mood, and you can avoid confrontation, and you can have pleasantries, pleasant conversations, sweet, romantic, almost poetic in nature. So it's a wonderful way of communicating and of seeing into somebody's mood and being able to direct a conversation or ideas around that. And it's kind of visionary too, because you can have brilliant ideas on these daydreams. You know, the thing is it's really, it is not detail oriented. So when Mercury is in Pisces, for me, I can go off on tangents, and I put little alarms on my phone to bring me back into the moment, particularly when I need to take care of things, because you can kind of get lost on social media, you know, lose track of time. It's that kind of energy. Now we move on to Friday, February the 7th, and Venus moves into Aries. Now, Venus has been in Pisces, where it's exalted, where it can really, it's the strongest, it can express itself. She can express herself fully, Venus can, right? And think of her in Pisces in this long, flowing chiffon, willowy, romantic gown, right? Blowing in the wind. And then she moves into Aries, and suddenly she's in a rubber red dress and garter belt and stockings and perhaps a whip in her hand. High heels. She's very, aggressive, assertive. She goes after what she wants and she gets it. Venus in Aries is the initiator. So some of her a male energy comes out and she goes after what she wants. So it's very kind of, think of Mars. It's very kind of sexual, sensual energy. And then on Sunday, February the 8th or 9th, right, depending on where you are, you're going to see this beautiful full moon on the 8th. And it is going to peak at 2:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's going to be in the morning, in Europe, and it's going to be earlier, late in the evening in California, on the Pacific Standard Time. So this is a full moon in Leo. Now, full moons are when the moon and the sun are opposite each other, right? So this is, think of, this is about courage. It's about being heart-centered. It's interesting, right? Because the sun is in Aquarius and the moon is in Leo. And at the same time as this beautiful full moon at 20 degrees Leo, it's also right next to a fixed star, which is very kind of Mars-like, and it is trining, the moon is trining Mars. So this brings passion, vigor, energy, sensuality, chemistry. It is, Leo is in the house of romance, fun, excitement, and children and family too. So that you get all this energy and this vigor into these relationships, but it's also about helping others, this moon. Now, I will just say that full moons are always kind of a culmination and a releasing, right? They're whatever you've kind of started, good or bad, in the new moon, then it comes to fruition in the full moon. So sometimes where this full moon lands in your chart depends on which area of life it affects. And that brings me to my Facebook group, guys. It's a private Facebook group. And every 2 weeks, we look at the new moon or the full moon, respectively, and we see where it lands in our charts, right? So I do a live feed in that private Facebook group. The link will be below. Check that out. Now, so this full moon is about helping others, right? It's being heart-centered. It's putting love into the world, and it's about helping others. It's right opposite Aquarius, the humanitarian sign, right? The sun. And the sun is illuminating the moon. That's why it's so full. So we are going to, this full moon is definitely about how can we help? What can we do for society? Where can I use my courage? How can I use my courage? How can I improve or help or contribute to society? Right? Because this is all inclusive and it's heart-centered. It's love, putting love out there into the world. And that's what my Facebook group is about. We are a group of like-minded people, and it's loving, it's supportive, it's very positive, it's lovely. So ask to join. There's a couple of questions you have to ask. I do actually require that you have a profile photograph. I no longer accept people without profile photographs. And And it's got to be a real account. I check out the profile, and if it doesn't look real, I won't accept. So, you know, we're about authenticity, right? And that's what this full moon is about, authenticity. It's about being, it's about coming into oneness with everyone. So, you know, when we do that live feed, we'll be looking at what we need to let go. You know, do we need to let go of friendships? Do we need to let go of relationships? Do we need to let go of jobs, of the apartments, of areas that we live? What do we need as opposed to what do we want? And this is a question we need to ask ourselves throughout 2020, going forward. We need, you know, Saturn is playing a huge role along with Pluto and Capricorn. We still have all these planets in Capricorn, and it is about frugality, right? It's about no waste. It's about seeing, you know, using what we need and not consuming so much. Consumerism is down. We need to grow personally. We want to expand our awareness and our consciousness into the society at large. We want to focus on our similarities as opposed to our differences. And this is a beautiful full moon in which to connect with people and how we can help others. So, guys, I really appreciate all the likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I love all the personal, all the comments, both personal and public, are just so inspiring and touching to me. And I need that encouragement just as much as the next person. So I thank you all for that. And another way to help me is through Patreon. This is another way to support my channel and help me grow, help me put out more creative content. You know, I think you can support me as little as $1 a month. It's not a lot for you, but it's huge for me. Imagine if everyone gave me $1. It would be amazing. You know, my equipment is slowly becoming archaic. I could really use some help to replace that. But listen, no pressure. I post things on Patreon that I don't post anywhere else, so it might be worth checking out. Thank you, above all, thank you all for joining me and helping me grow. Mwah. I love you all, and I'll see you next week.